From time immemorial, our ancestors have put a deep meaning into any of their occupations, and the subtleties of different crafts were kept, passing from generation to generation. These are details, important accents of which the culture and way of living of the Great Steppe civilization were built for centuries. The School of Nomads is for studying the past, creating the present to build the future. In today's program, old felt in the modern world, scarf made of felt and silk, use of sheep's wool, if we talk about the life of the nomadic people, the first thing that comes to mind is livestock breeding. The cattle are always the main wealth of the steppe. Together with it, and with the help of it nomad roamed, its milk and meat served as food, and the skin and wool were used for making clothes. And today, I want to find out more about the material that our ancestors invented several thousand years ago. It's felt. Now many beautiful things are made from it. What role felting plays today, the master Aygul Janserikova will tell. She creates modern clothes from this ancient material. There are lots of works to do in the studio. Someone is laying wool for another masterpiece, and someone is creating decor from felt. Hello, Aygul. Hello. How are you? Fine. Aygul, I was already a guest in your center. Got acquainted with masters, their crafts. I learned something, and now I came to you to get to know your art. I want to see how our felt has transformed in the modern world. Maybe I'll try and do something myself. Will you teach me? Of course. Excellent. So what will we do? What are you doing now? I want to make a little scarf. After making various clothes, pieces of unused wool remain, and this material cannot be thrown out so easily. So we also make different scarves and souvenirs. When they say felt, many imagine only some everyday things. For example, tekemet or sırmak, or even a felt used for a yurt. But today we paint the wool in bright colors. We create thin linen from them, combine them with silk. We produce various clothes. Actually, felt products strike with their beauty and warmth. Look at these dresses. I think they will suit any girl. Here are clothes for the daily wardrobe and for solemn events. These works are beautiful not only because they're made of natural materials, but also because national spirit is shown in each of them. We were one of the first who create clothes from felt, combining it with silk. Today it is a separate fashion sample, an ethnic style that is popular among young people, show business stars, and ordinary people. After all, clothes from a felt can be both for stage and for daily use. Because of the wool, you can make very comfortable, practical, and glossy, eco-friendly things. Felt can be washed. The main thing is, after drying, it should be ironed and worn on. Such clothes will last long. Here from felt, not only dresses for fashionistas are created, but also booties for the youngest, and covers with pillows, as well as various accessories for the house. After all, many of us understand that it's better to wear things from environmentally friendly materials. And today, it is possible thanks to such skilled craftsmen as Aygul. According to her products attract the attention of foreign guests. Of course, because here everything bears within itself the national spirit and traditions accumulated over the centuries. And how do you paint wool? With what colors? Here we have to solve different colors. Basically, it is white wool. But they're natural ones. Here are such beautiful tones as beige. Also, there is black and brown and beautiful gray wool. Is it not dyed wool? No, these are natural shades. Most often, customers prefer products made from natural colors. And if they're painted, then only with the use of natural dye-wear colors. Since ancient times, natural dye-wear colors for felt were made from various plants. For example, from the sunflower husk, masters received a brown paint. A yellow dye was made from the stems of Lindelefia. To get the burgundy shades, a plant called juzgun was used. So same colors were made from birch bark, bark of willows, and various crops. I think in the future, I will definitely learn how to manufacture natural dyes. And for now, we're working with felt. Can I participate in this process? You spread the wool equally. Yes, the main thing here is to lay out the wool. Look, tearing off a piece of wool, you see that in the middle fibers are more than at the edges. It is necessary to add the next piece of wool, applying a thin edge to the thin one, and it will turn out evenly. Still, to connect the villi denser, one layer of wool should be laid across the other. I'll show you everything. Here you tear off. Since it seems like everything is simple, let's try. Yes, this technique of layout of the wool is the Kazakh one. There is a European technique, but it takes a long time. And why should I waste it, when our grandmothers knew such a practical method, and we're reviving this technique now. So our grandmothers did the same thing. Oh, sure. Aygul Hanım puts wool flat and smooth, and in my case, the canvas is like in waves. Somewhere there is a lot of wool, and somewhere that is not enough. In general, the work is not difficult, but definitely requiring skill. Speaking about the quality of sheep's wool, many of us know only that it keeps the cool in the heat, and in the cold it keeps the heat perfectly. But it turns out, wool has a number of medicinal properties. Wool is a natural material, which means it has many useful qualities for our body. For example, lanolin. It is extracted in small amounts when washing wool. This is a valuable substance. Say it's a wool wax. Sebaceous and sweat glands of sheep releasing fat and sweat form animal wax lanolin on the skin. To remove it, the wool is boiled for a long time, after which the water is decanted. So they repeat this a few times. Further, the precipitate is removed from the cake and again boiled until thickening. After we should cool down. Thus, lanolin is obtained, which it turns out is useful for many ailments. For example, it well moisturizes the weather-beaten skin, relieves various inflammations on the body, cures joints, varicose veins, and even sinusitis. Well, we've laid it out. This size is okay. Yes, we'll cut out small patterns from it. After all, our scarf is not too long. So, are we going to cut out this pattern? Yes, but first, we need to finish the layout. We pave the fur horizontally. The next layer should be put vertically. Because, as I said, the villi must densely join with each other. It's like reinforcement. Therefore, we lay out the perpendicular layer. As I understand, the most important stage in the creation of felt is the laying of wool. If initially it is done incorrectly, then the canvas will not be smooth. Therefore, the hands of the master are necessary here, since the work requires both precision and, to some extent, tenderness. As you can see, I'm gradually learning. A little more, and I will learn to create very beautiful things. So stay with me. As raw material for various products, camel, sheep, and goat wool are especially appreciated. In particular, sheep is divided into certain qualities. So there are thin, semi-thin, soft, and coarse wool. Of the fine wool in which lanolin predominates, high-quality fabric is most often created. Semi-thin wool consists of medium and thin strips, and therefore is best suited for the production of knitted fabrics and high-quality cloth. Finally, coarse sheep wool is designed for carpet weaving. Is it all about coming to an end? Yes, we laid out the coat in 2 layers. What do we do next? Now you need to clean up here, and you bring water and soap. Let's start rolling our canvas. Let's start. I was already involved in the process of felting for a traditional Kazakh tekemet. I will tell you, the principle of work here is almost the same. It is necessary to wet a lot of the wool that we spread. Add a little soap. As a result, the hairs join together and form a uniform canvas. That's how we dry it. I can even survive our work like this. Nothing will be with it. And for what time will it dry up? It will be dried until we prepare our silk. Of course, there are different ways to dry felt. When very much in a hurry, you can dry the canvas with a regular hair dryer. And when there is no hurry, you can dry it for a day. Well, our thin canvas, kaldırma, is almost ready. Look at how beautiful. Now we have to cut out the patterns and
шықты. Енді бұдан ары қарай ою ойып
put it on silk. In silk? Yes. That's what a wolf called talderma, because it's very thin. It is made of colored wool, especially to make an ornament to the main handwork.
міне достар біздің талдырмамыз.
Well, our talderma is dried. What will we cut out? Now we cut out patterns for our scarf. The form is up to us. Here I was licking. While I'm applying, you can cut. According to the sample, we cut out the other patterns.
Жаңағы осыны салып, мысалы сен тағы бір нені кесе берсең, мен мына оюды бүйтіп сала берейін, содан кейін оны бүйтіп қойып алғаннан кейін оюларды қиюымыз керек.
Do I cut along the contour so? Yes, it is necessary, even closer to the outline. We decided to decorate our scarf with the most widespread Kazakh ornament, koshkarmiyuz, which means ram's horn.
міне аман есен ою.
Well, we completed the work on the ornament. It turned out beautifully.
Енді
Бір оюда көрдің ба?
Yes, you see what beautiful shades our patterns turned out to be. There's a transition from green to yellow.
Кейін бір түстен емес, оюымыз әртүрлі болып тұр.
Now it's time to lay out all this on silk.
Жібегімізге салуды бастайық. Енді мына кішкентай бір
Here it is here, 100% silk.
тұрмыз таза, міне жібек, 100%. Өйткені 100%
If the fabric is at least 10 to 20% synthetics, then the felt will not be put on it.
болса да, ол жаңағы біздің киізді, жүнді қабылдамайды. Мына мақсатымыз жаңағы
Our task is that the patterns should be seen and appeared on the back of the scarf.
бірақ жұқа жібекті алатынымыз, мына шифон, сондай жібектің түрлері. Жаңағы жүн екі жағынан шығып, мына жаққа шықса, сонда жаңағы ұсталып қалады.
Some people ask, why you glued it?
Немен клейледіңіз деп.
That is, this villi should be on the reverse side.
Жаңағы екеуміздің басқан
Yes, that felt that we pinched together, it turned out not so dense. That's why villi now have to go through silk and catch on the reverse side.
Мынаны қатты басып жіберсек, қазір біз жібекке салып илеген кезде ар жағынан шықпай қалады. Екеуі екі бөлек тұрады. Сондықтан талдырма деп аталынады.
Now, let's go to decorate our scarf.
Орамалымызды.
Ornament of felt on silk can be arranged as you like. It all depends on the imagination of the author. My work is not over yet, but it seems to me it will turn out beautifully. Especially, I like the color.
міне достар оюымызды рет-ретімен.
Well, friends, we arranged our patterns. Here, everything depends on the imagination of the master. Someone can lay an ornament on the edge. Someone may leave them empty. Everyone has a different fantasy. We got this picture. In my opinion, it turned out very nicely. How now we fix them on silk?
енді бұны қалай біріктіреміз?
Also in the classical way, using a soap solution, cover the surface with a transparent cloth.
Дәл сондай.
The main thing, that the patterns would not move.
болмауымыз керек.
Жаңағы тор матаның
Yes, this cloth is used for this purpose. It absorbs the solution well, while saving the position of the ornaments. Then, let's start. Next, you should carefully wet our patterns, so that they do not budge. That's how it will be necessary to stroke for 8 to 9 hours, until the hairs of the wool appear on the underside of the scarf. Periodically, you need to check the surface.
Әрине.
О,
Жақындап келіп.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Енді
You cannot move now. Very delicate work. Cover again carefully and continue to roll.
қайтадан жауып, енді ақырындап елеп көрейік. Бастап.
Are we going to do it again?
Бұны да кәдімгідей жаңағы
Yes. We have enough soap solution.
болғаннан кейін енді
Now we will roll like a regular dough.
екеуміз оқтауға нан илегендей илейміз. Орап алып.
So the main action of the whole process of creating a scarf is, as you see, rolling the felt on the silk. You cannot press on ornaments, otherwise they will not appear on the back of the handwork. Therefore, this work requires calmness, unhurried manner, and of course, tenderness. I've seen my grandmother roll dough several times, but I've never tried it myself. Apparently, that's why my hands do not work very skillfully.
міне достар, осылай
Friends,
4 сағат,
we roll for 3-4 hours in this way.
кем дегенде 3-4 сағат кетеді илеудің өзіне. Яғни
We must have patience.
талап ететін жұмыс екен.
It is so. Without the use of any tools, but only with the help of hands, we create a silk scarf with felt ornament. The work is hard, not easy. Aygul makes not only scarves. In this workshop, from felt, many stuff is created for the everyday life. Like thin tekemets, bedspreads, various decorative items for home and office. As well as children's clothing and hats. But I liked beautiful dresses very much. They seemed to be for real queens. And later I learned that such models from natural materials are increasingly ordered by Kazakh pop stars. Restrained and at the same time luxurious, and I would say noble outfits struck me with their uniqueness. And in these models, bearing the national flavor, I saw the spiritual revival of my people.
Міне достар,
So friends, our work, which started early in the morning, is coming to an end. Our scarf has got a beautiful look and shape.
әдемі пішініне
Now it remains to dry thoroughly and iron it. And further, it can be safely worn by any girl.
үтіктеуіміз керек.
It seems to me that our scarf will suit any beauty.
Берсе болады. Кез келген қызға менің ойымша жарасып кететін сияқты, иә?
Yes, of course it will do.
Айгүл ханым,
Aygul, today you have spent the whole day with me. We talked about the peculiarities of this ancient material. You showed how you apply it in modern design. Most importantly, I want to wish you creative success in the development and modernization of this ancient craft. I also want to wish you good health. Thank you very much. I think I will pay a visit to your workshop once again.
үйренетін дүние көп, әлі де келе жатармын дейсіз.
Of course, you're welcome. Samat, thank you. And that you spent the whole day in our workshop, studied the whole process, and now you tell the world about the ancient Kazakh craft.
Қазақтың дәстүрін
I think this is very important, especially for our youth.
тәрбиелік маңызы бар деп ойлаймын.
Рахмет.
Thank you. I will come to you one more time. I will make gifts to my mother and sister with my own hands. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Kazakhs in general, like other peoples, have both women's and men's crafts. I want to study in this program, not dividing them among themselves. After all that our ancestors left to us is very important for the future generations. Maybe my scarf will one day attract a buyer, and if he looks closely, he realizes that the work is not made by master. But I put so much warmth and love into my scarf, so maybe he will not even notice.